to eat, buddy. You did not eat all of your food yet, but you eat most of it. Just helping you out there. We'll start with a little cat ASMR, I guess, on today, Tuesday. End of the month, buddy. Can't believe tomorrow is October. It is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hello there, Tranquil. Hello there, Debbie. Hope you all are doing well today. Now, hopefully, unlike last Tuesday, we won't have Mr. Maximus here toss his cookies after he is so delicately eating his, sixth meal of the day. Max, you got a big eyeball going on there. Who needs a dishwasher when you got a cat? Well, not quite licking that bowl clean, are you there? Maya, Connie, Catitude. Nice to see all of you. Hopefully you all are doing well tonight. Tranquil, somebody dumped a kitten. Who? Like in your home, in your yard, Tranquil? Unfortunately, I'm sure that happened before. Wife is asking, did he not finish his 6 p.m. dinner? He finished the vast majority of it. I just feel like he probably would want to eat the rest of it, so he did eat the rest of it. Tranquil at the neighbor's house. Okay. Well, I think that's what we were talking about on Sunday or Saturday, Tranquil, is people just dumping cats. Terrible. Just terrible. Hello there, Sydney Cat. Hope you're doing well. I do have some news on, obviously, Rosemary here in a little bit. But I'm going to save that for a little later, once we actually see Rosemary, who is trying to warm herself up on the oven at this moment, because she does not like these colder temperatures whatsoever. Hello there, Ryan. Happy Taco Tuesday out there in San Diego. Hope you're doing well, Ryan. Ryan, I think next month or maybe the month after at the latest, we will be donating into Sill Point. Sydney Cat, I do believe either this month or again next month we will be donating again to Harmony House. So just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye out on that in the future. I hope you all are doing well. Hello there, John. Nice to see you. Jesse, hi. How you doing, Jesse? Glare Bearer, hello. We will see if we have any interesting new people pop in today and ask me rather unusual questions off of like Tuesday, or it's not Tuesday, Sunday, I mean. Because you never do know. Oh, ain't that right, Mr. Maximus? Now, Mr. Maximus here, he's doing well. He did, unfortunately... Hello there, Linda. Thanks for joining us, Linda. Shadow is going to be mad. How come, Jesse? Has he got to go to the vet? What I was saying here is Maximus, his number might be a little high when we test him tonight because, unfortunately, I left out some dry food between 2 and 5 that I'm sure he probably gobbled up because he's a little gobble monster. Ain't that right? He says, yes, I am a gobble monster. I eat up and gobble. I don't say this too often, but I did notice we have about 20 people in here and 10 thumbs up. If you all want to hit that thumbs up, double tap that screen, feel free to. If not, that is not a problem either. But overall, Mr. Maximus here is doing well. He hasn't had to have any insulin here in about a week now again. Hello there, Bruce. Hope you're doing well. So it definitely seems like he is on the diabetic remission train here again, which is good. Ryan, big thumb up helps get more people to view the stream and community. Absolutely, Ryan, you got it. It definitely can. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Tranquil, you didn't get any delivery. Well, hopefully Tranquil in a day or two. I think I sent that out in the mail on Wednesday or Thursday of last week. So hopefully you'll get it in the next day or two. Please keep me posted though, Tranquil. Bruce, we do have a hurricane that's forming out in the Atlantic. It might right now it's unlikely for it to do anything where we're at, Bruce, and everybody else. We might get some rain from it, but that should be about it. Of course, so far out in the Atlantic, though, I mean, it's hard to say because I mean, it can move and change at this point. What I did want to say something that's interesting and something that actually I forgot about as far as diabetic cats go. So the majority, not all, but the majority of, excuse me, cats that develop diabetes are type 1 diabetes. So just like humans, there's type 1 and there's type 2, right? Type 1 is where a cat is still, they're still producing insulin, but down at the cellular level, like their cells are unable to convert that glucose into energy. So hence that's why they need the insulin. Excuse me. Compare that to type 2 diabetes. um, excuse me. Type 2 diabetes, where it's the body is not producing any insulin at all. Maya, does the weight of the cat contribute to diabetes? It can. It definitely can, Maya. Uh, the more like I hate to say it like this, but the more obese or fat a cat is, just like a human, the more obese or fat a human is, you can definitely develop more issues. So, but along with like genetics, males are actually more predisposed to get diabetes than female cats. It's just in the genetics for whatever reason. John, I don't think I do, John. But I'll trust what you're saying though. I'll remember. I'll look it up again later tonight, John, just to verify if that is the case. But I do think though it's type 1 in which the body is still producing insulin, but the cells aren't able to convert it. But I'll check though, John. I mean, I'll trust what you're saying as well though, because you're a very very smart person, and I'm very slow. But either way. Either way. Hello there. Is it Zax Zalix? Hello. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Maximus, he's doing well here. I'm terrible with names. I'll just call you Z if that's okay. Or if somebody wants to pronunciate that, feel free to. Maya, you're just worried about the babies being slightly overweight. I mean, I'd be worried about tiny for with our kitties, Maya. But I mean, if you have multiple cats, it's really, really difficult to keep them all like, in the weight that they should be, right? It is very difficult. Hello there, Rosemary. Rosemary, how is Justin? And what is the other kitty's name? I always forget. May, something. Bruce Max has not. He threw up actually yesterday. Bruce. He's going about every 3 days now, throwing up. So that's better. Hello there, Kitty King. Hello there, Tyler. Hope everybody's doing well again on this. Excuse me, this Tuesday night. I do have some information about Rosemary. She's had a rough couple of days, I'll say, and I'll talk more about that once we get the camera back on her again. Oh, I wanted to ask you all a question. Also, if you see the pinned comment, I think most of you are already familiar with I Am Raven. But if you are not, and if you are like new here, if you could please just check out that post whenever you have a moment. Our friend Shelly out in Turkey, unfortunately, is going through some issues where she's having to um, make some heartbreaking decisions, breaking up, uh, trying to rehome some of her cats. So, the more people who are aware of that situation, they might know somebody who knows somebody that can help, or they might be able to help themselves. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of let y'all, most of you, I think, know about that situation already because you probably saw her post earlier today. But yeah, I do know a little bit more about it, but I am not going to share because it's not my place to share anything beyond that. But anyways, what I wanted to ask you though, just speaking of YouTube channels, I just had kind of a YouTube question. What is kind of the weirdest or oddest like channel that you either follow or that you watch from time to time? I will share with mine recently. I've been watching this channel because it's popped up on my feed. Hello there, Phil. How you doing, Phil? Hope you're doing well. Phil, that's been on your mind all day. Hope that she is okay. Yes, I will say that she is okay, Phil. Yes, I can share that and say that, yes. Z, an AI cat channel. Hello there, Khalib. Khalib, how you doing? Taylor, you don't really have a weird one. Cats doing human things. Max, are you doing human things? He says, I sure am. I wanted to, like I said, it's not necessarily strange, but it is it's oddly satisfying. So there's this channel called SB Mowing. And what this guy does is he finds like yards that are like in terrible shape that are just not taken care of. I mean, these weeds are like, 6 feet high. The grass is like all over the place. People can't like see their sidewalks, the part of their sidewalks and stuff like that. So, if you ever have a chance to check out SB Mowing, just take a look at it because it's one of those things where you start watching one and then you just like to watch all of them because it's like, well, what is he going to do with like this lawn? And it's like one of those like weirdly just oddly satisfying kind of videos to watch. Very strange. Very strange. It's not, it's weird to me, Z. It's kind of weird to me. It's kind of a weird channel just to watch a person mow. I guess that's what I mean. I mean, just to watch somebody mow grass in like, 10x speed, it's just kind of a weird thing to do. KK, you've seen that? Maya, you've also seen that. Hello there, Spence. How you doing, Spence? Hope you're doing well. Yes, at one point in time, like my wife there is saying, I did want to, or I actually look forward to mowing a yawn. Sorry, I mean mowing a lawn. But those days are long gone. Now we hire people. Phil, the guy is awesome. Shocked how many people have a problem with his mowing. I guess, yeah, okay. Most people know that channel then. Gotcha. Oh, it's a good little Rosie, or not Rosie, what am I saying? Maximus here. We're gonna hang with Max for just a few more minutes. Let's look at his teeth. Is his teeth good? Come on, Maxie. Let me see your teethies. Well, he doesn't want to show me his teeth. John, you have a mowing service, but all you do, but you still do all the week. Oh, you have a mowing service. As okay, I got you. Such thing you have like your own mowing service. Yes, Connie. Max is definitely feeling seemingly doing well. I was at the vet today with Rosemary. It was unexpected. I'll get into that in a little bit. But hello there, Kristen. How you doing, Kristen? Kristen, how is your kitty doing? If I'm thinking correctly, it's the one they I don't remember if it's a boy or girl, but they have no, they have hyperthyroidism. And right, is that correct, Kristen? Let me know. I wanted to make sure I have the right person with the right cat. But what I was saying though, when I was at the vet today, I was talking to a guy, and he brought in a cat as well. And him and his wife had been like rescuing and saving cats for years. They came down from Connecticut, down to North Carolina, and excuse me, I think they said they've saved like 50, 60 cats and kind of lived with cats and dogs like most of their life. They lived on a farm up in Connecticut, so they had like a lot of feral kitties that they rescued. They did TNR, and they rescued them, which was really cool. But they were telling me, Max, I know you don't want to hear this story because you already heard the story, Max. He's like, I don't care about this. Get the camera off of me now, Daddy. Um, I'll be quick, Max, and then I'll get on to Yoda and the other goofballs. But he was telling me though, like recently over the last few months, he had cat sat for one of his neighbor's cat, and he did it for 4 days. And the first day he was there, he saw this cat was just incredibly like wobbly, just very not looking well at all. So his neighbors told him to just, come in daily, change out the litter. The cat was a diabetic. Make sure that they have fresh water, obviously, being a diabetic. And so he did that. He did that for those 4 days. And the neighbors came back. And apparently, the day after, like his last day, they had to take the cat in, and the cat passed away. And at the time, he didn't know. He didn't know like the whole story. He found out like more information later, and he was told like, this cat has had diabetes and insulin for a while, but he wasn't like told like where's the insulin. So this guy he had no idea that this cat was supposed to be getting insulin, because apparently these people like stopped giving their cat insulin, and it's like, are you out of your ever loving mind? I mean, you can't have a cat who has diabetes and has insulin and not tell the person who is taking care of them about the insulin. Anyways, that was very frustrating. But he understood though, like this is a lifetime commitment though. That's one thing that we, like at the end, because he got like brought back. I was kind of like a work-in with Rosemary this morning, this morning. But it's just so irritating. Kristen, all blood work normal, thyroid normal, losing weight. Started syringe feeding with critical nutrition from the vet with goat milk and high calories. Was he also, Kristen, did that kitty also have like a high glucose number? It was like a 250, I think. Is this the same kitty, I think? Hello there, is it Habib? Uh, do cats hiss a lot to their owner or suddenly attack? Well, if you're an owner, then yeah, your cat's probably going to hiss at you because cats don't have owners, Habib. Um, but depending on what you might be doing to said kitty, if kitty is scared or frightened or stressed, then the cat definitely might lash out to a person. Yes. Hello there, little artist. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. All right, Kristen. So he did have high blood glucose at the vet, and you've been monitoring at home. Awesome. And it's been okay. So it's not diabetes then. I mean, if he's 84 to 88 to 94, that's in the normal range, Kristen. I'm not sure then, Kristen. I mean, we had to do some syringe feeding last night with Rosemary. I'll get into that soon, but yeah. Well, just keep us monitored, posted, Kristen, if you can. Prayers to your kitty that hopefully they get better, and they're just having a little bit of a rough patch here, a little rough spot, and they get better. Has the vet given you any kind of food stimulant? Taylor, you had strays that didn't like you. You're used to getting scratched now. Feel late to put this out, unpacking lunchbox. Your weird one to watch is Mandatory Fun Day. He's a vet with some really odd and dark humor. I think vets have to have a lot of dark humor and kind of odd humor with some of the stuff they see. We're going to say goodbye to Max for now, and we're going to go visit the others for a little bit. So thankfully, he did not puke like he did on last Tuesday's live stream. Bye, Maximus. You be a good little turkey boy. You be a good boy. KK, Kitty King, you can't stay long. You're listening, but you got to go to your mom's. Oh, well, tell your mom happy birthday from this community, Kitty King. I hope she has a wonderful birthday there. Come on. Back up. Back up, goofball. Back up. Hello there, Cindy. How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well, Cindy. Cindy, we just got, I'm not sure if you saw Max or not, but we just got done visiting with Maximus. He's doing well, Cindy. He is still having non-diabetic glucose numbers. His blood sugar is still doing good. And overall, he seems like he's in a pretty good spot. Hello there, Batman. How you doing? Yeah, Kristen. I think we talked about that also, Kristen, when you were talking about the kitty. I think I mentioned something like, or somebody did, about the hyperthyroidism was masking kidney disease, right? I remember saying something, or somebody said something like that, and that can definitely be the case. So it could be masking the kidneys, or he's having a hard time bouncing back. He's been on meds for about a month now. Okay. Kitty King, if you're not obviously here, or if you're just kind of listening when I do get to Rosemary, I'm going to put out a post as well. I have a post that I have to do for the community when we donated over the weekend, and an update on Rosemary, and a shared post with Shelly. So I have a few things I have to post out. Hello there, Kevin. How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Triple B, how you doing? It's been a while. Kimberly or Carol, I hope you're doing well tonight. Here's Zelda. Kristen, we will retest in 3 weeks for his kidneys. Just giving him some good love and being patient. Yes, the syringe feeding is definitely tricky. Kristen, I'm not sure if I mentioned last time, and you can obviously check with your vet on this. But this is what we give Zelda, who has kidney failure. She's like 20 plus, but she's having kidney failure. But maybe check out this. You can buy this on Amazon. Of course, check with your vet, see what they say. But this definitely seems like this kind of helps support her kidney function as much as it can. Let me check up with chat here. I'm not sure I'm missing anybody here. Yeah, Cindy, definitely sad news. Are you talking about Shelly's post? Or are you talking about something else, Cindy? Spence, I have not spoken, but I have emailed Shelly back and forth during the day. So I have a little bit more information, but I'm not privy to share. So I'll leave it at that. Hello there, Weird Dino. How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Yoda. Yoda. It's dark already, and I don't necessarily like that. I think I might have like a little seasonal depression as well, like Rosemary does. Hi, Yoda. I'm going to come back to you. Let's go check on the baby. Hi, baby. Now, baby, I forgive you from popping my nose. Of course, that was my fault, though. Jesus. Boo Boo turns 18. Awesome, we're Dino. We're Dino. I don't know. I keep on wanting to call you. Yeah, we're Dino, not we're Dino. 18. How is Boo Boo doing health wise? Like overall? Hi, Groupie. Wait. Come here, Pandora. Come on. Oh, I know, Pandora. Let's get those eye boogers out of your nose. Or out of your eye. Kristen, your 12-year-old kitty that's having AC rough go. Not sure what that is. Looks like Zelda. Okay. Rosemary, I'm with you. My wife hates snow, but she was from Chicago, so she's used to these cold, brutal winters. But I still enjoy snow. I've been through just about every major weather event. I've been through a hurricane, a tornado, an earthquake. I don't think I've done any fire stuff, but I'd love to go through a blizzard. I think that would be cool. Yeah, Jesse, I would love to move to Alaska, but I know the wife is definitely not going to okay that particular move. But I think it'd be cool to live in Alaska. I always like to, whenever I talk about or anybody mentions Alaska, I always like to, if you ever have the financial capabilities of going on a cruise, Alaska is like one of those bucket list kind of things because, you know, you'll see, you should see whales, you'll see bears, you'll see, icebergs, obviously, just pristine land that's like, still relatively untouched. Just a very cool area. Hi, baby. Yes, I almost did fall off of a mountain. We were in Juneau, and excuse me, we went up on a ski, not a ski lift. What am I saying? We went up on a some kind of a lift up to the base of a mountain where there's like this bald eagle reserve, right? And it had a couple of bald eagles, and I don't know if anybody has anybody seen a bald eagle in person? Bald eagles are huge. They are just gigantic. I did not realize how big a bald eagle was, but man, those things are enormous. It's like you think, okay, it's just a bird. You see a bird in your backyard, right? You see a bird by your home, a blue jay or a cardinal or even a hawk or a vulture. But oh goodness, those things are ginormous. Rosemary, I don't know. I can't compare, like, because I've never seen a condor like in person, Rosemary. So I can't compare how. I don't know. Hi, baby. Yes, I know you want some baby love. Hi, honey. You're such a jealous little fiend, aren't you? Maya, well, 8 foot wingspans. I believe it. They're like basketball players. Hi, baby. Yes, I know you're a good little boober. Bruce, you've seen one in your backyard once. A bald eagle, Bruce, or a condor? It's definitely sleepy time around here. It's always sleepy time, but I think with the weather, it's even more sleepy time. Hi, Yoda. An eagle. Um, so Cindy, so some good news. You said, oh, Pouncer, okay. Can you share a little bit more about that, Cindy? Because I honestly I have not had the time to follow. I know what you're referring to. I know like the situation you're referring to, but what exactly was like what happened? Where do you know? You've seen bald eagles with nests on buoys in the ocean when you and your family were in Florida and went on a dolphin boat ride. That's cool. Um, Kristen, do you have weight loss issues with your kitty that has kidney failure? No. So, Kristen, the we've had other kitties that had kidney issues as well. They've already passed, but this is the one that has the kidney issues. She's got like kind of one fully somewhat functioning, and then the other one maybe is at like 20-30% or so. And to be honest with you, Zelda here, she weighs around 10 or 12 pounds. She's probably like 11 and a half pounds. We do have a scale right over here, a baby scale that we weigh. But she's been amazingly like stable or consistent with her weight. I mean, even being almost 21 years old now, she's always weighed about 10 to 12 pounds or so. Yeah, so she's been very consistent. Weird Dino, you can't go to Florida anymore because of Boo Boo and the outside kitties. Um, John, we have lots of bald eagles flying around here. There's a nest by the South River. Wow. Maybe sometime, John, if you get close enough, I'd definitely film that. And just for your own sake, that'd be really cool to have on video. Maya, most of these cats are like around, they're I don't want to say, I mean, like the baby here, she's like 8 pounds. Pandora's like around 8 pounds. Yoda's a bigger cat, and he keeps his weight pretty good, but he's around like 15 pounds. Tang's probably about 15 pounds. Hello there, Theron. Theron Payton, how you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you for joining us, especially if you are new here. You all want to say hello to Theron? Awesome. Kristen, your kitty is at 7.5 pounds. Ooh, yes, that is definitely how how much did the kitty weigh before it started to have this issue, Kristen? My guessing is probably like maybe 10 pounds, 10, 12 pounds or so. It's tough, Kristen. I mean, just palliative or supportive care like what you're doing right now, that's the best you can do. And we can just pray and do what we can do, and take the good days for the good, and hope there's more good days than bad days, and hopefully we'll get through, the kitty will get through this point in time, and we'll recover for you. I'm definitely praying for that, as I'm sure others are as well, as they're getting to know more about the kitty. Thank you, Spence. I appreciate that. Super, very kind of you. He was 13 pounds. Okay, so yeah, he's lost half of his weight then. Mm. Does he keep his food in at least, Kristen? Like, so wait, I know you said you're syringe feeding him or force feeding him. Is he keeping the food in at least, or is he throwing some of it back up? Where Dino yesterday, your school had a bunch of extra law enforcement. Well, hopefully nothing bad going on with that. Check on the time. It's 35. Okay, so 35 minutes so far in. All right, let me try to kind of move around here. I don't know where Tang is. Where is Tang? I'm gonna go under the not under the bed. I can't fit under the bed. I'm not that skinny. Well, let me see. So there's Kit. I have no idea where Tang is. Triple B, you wrote something long. What'd you write here? Oh, you're talking to Kristen. Had a kitty who had kidney disease, lost weight over time, gave him an appetite stimulant to help him. Yeah, definitely. That's what I was referring to earlier, Kristen, was the appetite stimulant that Triple B wrote there, for sure. Rosemary Dusty was about the weight of Dusty was about that weight for a year until he got worse and he went down to 6.4. Let me see if I can find Tang. Tang is missing. He's not eating carpet. I know that. Or at least I hope he's not eating carpet. Is he in? Oh, there he is. Tang, what are you doing in there? Hi, Tangy. You okay? You normally are out and about, buddy. You want to take a shower, Yoda? You want to take a shower? No. You probably actually would get in there, wouldn't you, Yoda? Let's close that. Hey, Tangy. Are you upset? Kristen, he does throw up a couple times a week, but it's always just mucus and not solid. He wants to eat all the time, but just gives it a few licks. And then he walks away, then comes back in about 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, Tang is upset with us. You all will see why here once we go downstairs and hang with Rosemary for the remaining time, after we give a few more minutes to these kitties. Hello there, Jocelyn. Is it Jocelyn? Hello. Hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday evening. And if you are new here, a big hello and welcome to you. If you have kitties or if you love kitties, you're in the right place. We have 9. I haven't said that at all yet. So those who might be new here, looks like there's around 40 people or so hanging out with us at the moment. If you are new, we live with 9 kitty cats, mostly rescues and some special needs kitties. We have some diabetic cats, we have some deaf cats, we have some hyperthyroidic cats. And one thing we also do as a community, we just did this last Sunday, is, excuse me, whatever we earn as a channel each month, we give back to charities across the world. On Sunday, we donated to 5 groups, 5 cat rescue groups in the U.S. I think they're all in the U.S. this time. And excuse me, and so we do that each month. Hi, Mr. Tang. Yes, we do have some trouble making kitties. This is one in particular. He likes to cause trouble, even though he's only got that one working brain cell. Cersei, hello, Cersei. Nice to see you. Glad you were able to make this live, Cersei. Tiny. Tiny. Oh, no Tiny. Yes, so Maya's pointing out my socks, and this shows how special I am. I have socks that has left foot and right foot. Orangey, are you extra orange? He might have been dyeing his hair, Rosemary. Now he's munching on his toes. Tang looks like your kitty Sunshine. Triple B, did you have a kid? I can't remember. I know there was a kitty, Triple B, that was having some major health issues. Um, I think they had like FIP or something. Are they doing well? Hopefully, Bonnet Blue. I can't remember the name exactly. Cindy, are you talking about the tuxedo that's playing right now? Because that's Maxie. Maxie does look, or I mean, that's Yoda. Yoda does look like Max, though. All right, I'm gonna get up. Oh. Baby. Bye, Kit. See, there's a little bit more action with somebody else on the laser toy. The baby in her younger days, her heydays, I'll say, she would be really, really crazy with these laser toys, as you can see now. We're Dino. You can't tell which tuxedo is which. So, a good way to tell the three tuxedos apart, We're Dino, is Maximus. He doesn't have any white on his face at all. Well, that's not true. He doesn't have it on his nose. So, Yoda here is like the Batman look, right? And Tiny over here, she kind of has the Batman, but she's got white that's a little bit higher up on her nose, and she's also fatter. Sorry, Tine. Lucinda, appreciate the $5 or not the gifted memberships to 5 folks. Very kind and generous of you. Thank you, Cindy. Joel and Spike, I know him. Daniela, I don't know. Anita, I don't know. Louis the Ninth. Wow, do we have like a saint or something in here? I don't know. And Boss. I think Boss is familiar. Yes. Cindy, Shelley's news is not great. I do know a little bit more information about that, but I'm not gonna. I'll wait to Shelley to if she wants to share that with the community. I'll let her do that in her own good time. But yes, that is. I didn't wake up, but I saw that post. I'm like, what in the world? What in the world is going on? I couldn't imagine, like, if I had a community announcement, or if I like made a live stream saying, hey, we're having to like find, like 5 or, like rehome like 3 or 4 of these kitties. It just, I don't know if I could do that. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, obviously, but man, that would be really, really difficult and really heartbreaking. Triple B, Bonnie Blue. Okay, Bonnie Blue had wet FIP. He survived with medication, and he is great. He's playful as playful as ever. Awesome to hear, Triple B. Awesome to hear. All right, well, let's go down. We're gonna hang out with Miss Rosemary. I do have, like I said, I do have some stuff I got to tell y'all about her. Some of you know about some of this, anyways. Tranquil had a live stream last night, and I was telling the folks that were in her chat what was going on with Miss Rosemary. Before we do that, though, let me just kind of double. Okay, well, nothing new. So as you all can see now, we've decided to one up the one brain cell tang. Spence, can I say if Shelly has managed to find any homes for the kitties? Spence, I think this is like a relatively new situation. So I think that just it's so new that I don't think we've gotten to that point as of yet. So as far as I know, no, I think there might be one, but I can't confirm it though, so I don't want to say something that's not accurate. But anyways, as you can see now, we have books lined on every single step. Even in that corner, and even down here. So we had to up our game. I should slide down it. Yeah, maybe when I want to go to the hospital, I will. Okay. I assure you, Miss Rosemary is alive still. We were cooking here earlier. We had the oven on, so she is attracted to the heat. So she is definitely enjoying this warmth at the moment. We kind of just double check where Dino. Maya, it's been a few years since you've seen them. You were probably 6 when the last litter of kittens went missing. Only 2 that stayed with Mama Cat were Pickles and Skittles. Some interesting names there. Hello there, Jason. Hope you're doing well. Oi, thumb at me. Okay. Catitude, sit down halfway and then read a book. Next time, Catitude, on the next live stream, I'll stop halfway down the stairs and I'll get a book and I'll read to the people in the live stream. We'll see how many and how fast people jump off the live stream once I start reading. Hello there, Jakir. Hope you're doing well. Jason, you're back. Welcome back. Just kind of checking up on chat. Kitty King, I hope you have a good rest of your night. Again, tell your mom happy birthday. 85 is quite something. You make it to 85, you're doing something right. So I wish her a happy birthday. There, Kitty King. Okay, so anyways, Rosemary. Most of you know, she has been a little off with her eating. She does have a dental issue that we're kind of we're not sure what to do because she needs a dental that has to be done, but it's a big yawn, Rosie. However, though, due to her age of being around 18, and due to the last full blood work that we got, where it showed a little bit of like kidney issues maybe starting to pop up, we're kind of in a weird spot where we know we have to get a dental done, but we also know that it's very risky. But anyways, we got her some kidney food on. Hi, I'm talking about you, honey. We got some kidney food on Friday. to address her kidney issues that she might be developing. The first day, she ate it up. And it's a small can. Actually, I think I still have one can. So it's just a can like this. Um, she ate this can well on Friday. Uh, and she ate relatively well, okay, on Saturday. But by about mid Saturday or so, she stopped eating this kidney food, which I'm not surprised because, hello there, Norma. The thing with uh, specialty food is too often, it might be good for what ails the cat or the dog, but, and I'm sure some of you have probably seen this as well. Rosie, you are shedding a lot over here. Hello there, Don. How you doing? Yes, let's. Hey, Rosie, can I move you a little bit? I'd rather have people see your face than see your butt. You gonna hop in the pan? It's okay. You're okay, honey. So, anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so she stopped eating it, right? Not surprising, unfortunately. And she only ate like maybe, I don't know, half of what she would normally eat, maybe a little bit more on Saturday. And on Sunday, she only ate maybe a quarter of what she would normally eat. Okay. Yesterday, she didn't eat anything. She ate nothing. She ate nothing like all day. All day. And at the same time, she also had not pooped uh, Sunday or Monday. So that's not a good thing, right? Um, cat not eating, cat not pooping. Now you could say, well, they're not pooping because they're not eating. I mean, and that's not inaccurate, but she still has like some, there's still going to be some poop there. So one of the things that we started in Catitude, let me get to your question in a second here. I'll cover that in a second, so don't worry. Uh, one of the two things that we started up on with her is one, we started giving her some sub-Q fluids at the vet. So she went there yesterday. She got some sub-Q fluids, and she's scheduled to go back on Thursday to get more. And then she's scheduled 2 times next week as well. And the reason we're doing it at the vet first is getting her kind of used to being poked and getting not getting insulin. I'm sorry, getting sub-Q fluids. So we can do it at home because most of we obviously we give Zelda some sub-Q fluids on occasion. We've given on Max as well. There's a lot to cover here, so I'm just trying to keep everything like flowing so it's understandable to y'all. Let me stop for just a second. So Catitude, does another brand make kidney food? I'm sure they do, Catitude. I'm sure like Science Diet probably has a version of kidney food. I'm sure multiple brands make kidney food. But the problem is right now, Catitude, is she just wasn't eating. So, I mean, on Monday, I gave her like 7 different types of food, like 7 variations of like Fancy Feast, Blue Buffalo, and her kidney food, and she did not eat any of it. So we took her in today because she hadn't pooped. We were worried that she's starting to get blocked up, and that's why she was like constipated, right? So what we did is they did an X-ray, multiple X-rays, and they were pretty good actually. She had a little bit of a buildup, like down in the intestines and the colon, like right before, right before it gets pooped out, but nothing like crazy, nothing crazy built up. But and they did notice like there was a little like spot like where her heart was, that kind of indicated that she has like a murmur, which we already know that. So they gave her more fluids. Thankfully, when we got home today, she did eat a little bit more food, and she did poop. And it was not like a giant poop, but it was maybe like it was probably kind of big for her actually. It was maybe like, I don't know, like about this, maybe about this long and about maybe this wide. So for her, because she's so small and she's got a small little butt, that's like a big dropping. So hopefully that made her feel better. Now, she's more sleepy right now because on top of the fluids, she also got a Serenia shot. Hello there, Lewis. Hope you're doing well. Serenia, just in case we have some like nausea going on. And we also have some gabapentin for her as well. Because the vet thought maybe she's just having some pain, like getting into like, the pooping or peeing position, right? I'm sure most of you have seen cats poop. Some of them look fine. Some of them, they look awful. Like her, she like distends her hips. It just looks really painful. And excuse me. Um, so she is on gabapentin. So yes, she was like a little drunken sailor, like earlier in the day. I mean, she would take a few steps and then she would just kind of stagger, kind of a little wobbly. Um, but that's kind of the what's going on. Margot, hello, Margot. I know it is definitely late out there, Margot. I think it's what, Australia. I don't know what time it is out in Australia. It's probably early in the morning, but nice to see you, Margot. Hope you're doing well. Um, did I miss somebody as well? Let me go back. No, I didn't. Okay. So, anyways, kind of that's the situation. Um, we had to force feed her last night, and she threw it up. Um, we didn't give her a lot. We just gave her a little bit, but she's definitely like a little. She's not as quite as her normal dynamic self. So she's definitely, I mean, he's a little more glazed. There's like you knock knock, and there's not quite somebody there at the moment. She's like on vacation. She's like Tang. Maybe how Tang is all the time. Tang working on that one brain cell. Rosemary's got a full functioning brain. She's got all those plans for world domination, of course. But of course, I will keep you all, up to date on what's going on with Miss Rosemary, because I know that she's definitely a favorite of many of you out of these 9 cats. She's definitely is one of the favorites of the bunch. And when I was in Tranquil's live stream last night, I mean, I know that like a lot of community members and a lot of people have suffered a lot of cat loss. It seems like there's been a lot of cat loss here recently or during this year. And I was saying, I mean, I know eventually like we'll have to say goodbye to Rosemary, but hopefully not anytime soon. And I don't want to add to that list this year. But the thing is, you never, ever, ever know on what might happen. Bruce, they say singing to your pet will cheer them up. Well, thankfully Rosemary can't hear my singing, so that's a good thing. Actually, I had to bundle her up this afternoon when she was out and about, when the others were up, and had to get her into a blankie so I could get her up the stairs. I might have to do that again. But no, she's definitely a little bit more blah. She's like, leave me alone. Maya, I don't like my own singing, but then again, Maya, I don't really like my own voice though. It's kind of funny. So whenever I make videos and I'm like, have my own like voiceover, like I'm voicing something myself, I always do it when the wife is not around, because I don't like I barely even I have it like so low I can't even hear it myself. Um, yeah, so I'm not a fan of my own voice. Looks like John did a little ditty, sang a little ditty a while ago with his kitties. Lewis, is it any better in the shower? I don't sing in the shower, Lewis. I'm in business mode in the shower, just getting clean. So no, I maybe I talk to myself on occasion in the shower, but it doesn't go into a show tune. Um, Catitude, you don't think anyone likes this? I think there are some narcissists out there, Catitude, that do love the sound of their own voice and love to hear themselves talk. I do wonder sometimes, like I talk too much during these live streams because literally, I'm like talking the entire time or pretty much the most of the time. So I do kind of, wonder if I like actually talk too much during these things. But anyways, that's pretty much it for tonight. I see that we're about at that hour. Oh, I always answer myself as well, Bruce, of course. The best conversation sometimes is when you're talking to yourself and you're answering yourself. That's when you have a lot of insight, especially in the bathroom. I'm sure some of you, whether you're on the toilet or in the shower, that's where a lot of your good ideas come from. Cindy, has the baby drawn any more blood? No, she has not, thankfully. Lewis, you don't like your speaking voice, but you're a pretty decent singer. Well, Lewis, whenever I get together another Google Meet, we'll put you on the spot and we'll have you sing to the people that are in the Google Meet. And I promise I won't record it. Oh, Rosemary, actually, that's an interesting thing. I'm going to go here in a second here, but Rosemary, so there's a new feature. I don't have access to it yet because, small channel, but they're starting to roll out in on YouTube land. So if somebody leaves a comment, the channel, like me, for example, like if you left a comment to me, I not yet, but I might in the future have the capability of leaving a comment back to you, but it'll be through a voice recording or be like my voice instead of just text, or words. And I think that's kind of cool, actually, because I think sometimes it's easier to say something. You can just hit the record button, and then record your response compared to just typing it out. So, but I think that's, something I'll probably would check out when I have the capabilities when YouTube gives it to these smaller channels, like myself. But anyways, I'm going to start to head out. I'm going to give you all time, obviously say goodbye to Rosie, to each other, to myself if you so wish, to the wife if you so wish. And yeah, again, as always, I appreciate all of y'all, kind of hanging with me over this last hour or so. It's always appreciated. And we'll be back on Saturday, of course. And, obviously prayers and thoughts out there to Kristen and her kitty. Prayers and thoughts out there to Shelly and what's going on with her situation, having to rehome some of those kitty cats, unfortunately. Hopefully they will all find a good home. I will definitely see what I can do, for this community, to see if I can maybe help out as far as, some of the costs, because I'm sure it's not cheap. I think from what I was seeing, I think she's starting like a GoFundMe or something. But anyways, I guess that's pretty much about it. So Rosemary would normally say a little bit more of a goodbye to you, but she's kind of zonked out, and I'm not going to bother her. I'm just going to let her just rest, carry her up the stairs, and make sure I don't get scratched to death by her. But anyways, I hope you all have a good, wonderful night, and we'll see you in the future. Take care. God bless. And me and Rosie, it was nice seeing some of the folks that haven't been able to come recently, like Cersei, Triple B, so forth. It's nice seeing y'all. And yeah, until then, adios, amigos.